Stereotypes. It seems like anymore you can't look around without at least finding something or someone that you can assign to one. Whether you knew it or not, you've been categorized like this, whether in a positive or negative light. Someone took one look at you head to toe and said, yep, they're one of those people. And you've done the same thing. What goes around comes around after all. Most of our lives, we've been told stereotypes are bad, that we shouldn't label someone as something or part of a particular demographic or group without knowing anything about them. Yet so many of our decisions, especially those split-second ones, are based on this skill, this quick assumption that we make. Stereotypes, no matter how much we try to break them, deny them, or ignore them, are a part of life, something that we not only observe, but actively participate in every day. And I'm here to tell you that despite all the negative light we paint them in, we need stereotypes, and even more so, we ought to conform to them. Now, you might be a little confused by what exactly I mean, or where I come off contradicting something that is kind of common knowledge. Stereotyping people is rude. We shouldn't do that, right? Well, at face value, yeah, definitely. Most of the stereotyping we as people do is malicious. But I'm not necessarily talking about the act itself, but instead the groups, the general stereotypes there are. Nerdy people, sporty people, smart people, dumb people, pick-me's, loners, whatever stereotype you can think of. We see them as negative groups or something to roll our eyes at, but especially as of recent, I've seen them as more of a positive. I mean, sure, in many cases they're overbearing and annoying, but when you stop and look at the people in that group, whether it be small or large, they're all happy. They all have that sense of belonging, they're part of a group of like-minded individuals, and no shortage of friends. Others, passerbys outside the group, see it as negative, but those inside the group couldn't see it any better. They belong, and that's enough for them. The search for belonging, for those on that search anyways, is not easy, ever, by any means. Oftentimes, it can feel never-ending, wandering aimlessly. Fulfilling a stereotype almost, in a way, grants you easier access to a group of people because, like with many things in this modern world, you can just tell at a glance. It makes social situations easier and makes you appeal to certain groups while maybe being less appealing to another. If you're anything like me, you've tried to fulfill multiple stereotypes. Ride the fine line between one group and another so that you can have more chances of maybe hitting it off with someone. But you never play faithfully enough to one part and it all falls flat. What I'm saying is that it's never a bad thing to pursue fitting into a group, whether you share some interests or none. I know that we've been told our whole lives that it's okay to be unique, and that's not wrong. But at the same time, making personal adjustments or improvements to fit a certain group or appeal to a new, equally unique yet common-minded group shouldn't be frowned upon either. After all, in a perfect social situation, everyone has to make sacrifices, and we shouldn't be limited by a mindset of, well, I'm not going to try and appeal to anyone or be social simply because I'm unique and too stubborn to make an effort to make social connections at all. What I have to say today may not be the typical happy, you can do it message that I've been regularly promoting, where everything is a simple obstacle to overcome. Because, well, that's just not how life works. We're faced with hardships, hurdles, challenges, whatever you want to call them. Adapting and making sacrifices is part of life, and we shouldn't be afraid to take those next steps to find people that we can call ours. I hope that despite who you are or what you're like, you can find your people, your group, or your stereotype no matter where or how you look. We all deserve someone else in our life. I appreciate all of you, and I hope I was able to get my message across in the manner I intended it. Again, thanks for the support, and I'll see you in the next video.